Hello, it is FMC. I'm Jeremy. That is SP3. A little bit later on a Tuesday, but we are here. SP3, how you doing this morning, buddy?
I am doing well. I spent the early morning portion with my kids, and I'm trying to make a mess all around the house, and I had to clean it up and chase after them. So that's why we started a little bit later than per usual. But I'm glad to be here on a Tuesday. Spent almost like 3 hours of my New Year's Eve with you, Jeremy. But we're back here just a few days later in a new year. Happy New Year to you, Jeremy.
Happy New Year to you as well, buddy. Yeah, if you missed our giant long 3 hour New Year's Eve stream, go check that out on this channel, FightfulOverbooked.com. It is a new year. We're gonna begin by sending our best wishes, our thoughts and prayers to Damar Hamlin, who suffered a cardiac arrest last night during the Bengals and Bills game. That was an extremely scary situation. I think the latest update was he is still in critical condition after being taken to the hospital. So hopefully everything turns out okay with him. In the description, there is a link to donate to Damar Hamlin's community toy drive. The goal was 2,500, and I don't know what it was like before the game, but everything afterwards, it is up to 3.3 million right now. And I know Chris Jericho,
Yeah,
Jericho's
10,000.
Yeah. So people came out and really showed their support, which is great to see. And the NFL, it didn't seem like they had any intention of canceling or postponing that game. It seemed like they were going to make them play. Credit to the coaches, Zach Taylor, the Bengals coach, Sean McDermott, the Bills coach, who were like, nope, we're not doing this. And the players who were like, nope, we're not doing this. I can't imagine trying to play in those circumstances yesterday, today, tomorrow. That was a tough situation. We've seen injuries in sports before. I mean, it feels like every month or something we see some type of critical injury, whether it be a concussion, a torn ACL, MCL, blowing out a shoulder, something. Like, we see these major injuries. That was different. The way the players reacted to it was different. You could tell it was not just, oh, this is a sports injury type of thing. I felt really bad for the players, the fans, the family of Damar, more importantly, and Damar himself. So I hope everything turns out okay with him. But we want to start by just mentioning that and sending our best to him.
Very well said, Jeremy. Like that was just horrifying to watch. I can only imagine how the players on the field felt, but me just watching it at home on like replay, because I had, the guys on True Hill Heat were watching Raw and the game, and you just saw like a change. I just saw a change in everybody on screen because of what they was like. We never seen anything like this on the game, and then I went out my way to watch the highlight, and I was just like, yeah, just how everything happened. That is like one of the scariest things I've ever seen in an NFL game. So, thoughts, prayers to Damar as well as his family. And definitely, if you have a little bit extra, you're feeling generous, definitely show your support to that toy drive, because he's a guy that's doing, great stuff outside off the field, even before that game. But hopefully we could turn this kind of what was a tragic situation into a great situation. Like you said, 3 million already for the toy drive. So that's good.
If you can't donate, share the link, whatever you can do to spread the word, and just do your part if you can't donate. But yes, I hope, again, most importantly, that Damar pulls through this and is back. I don't know if he'll ever play football again. That's not the important thing. The important thing is this man can continue to move forward with his life and continue to be, what by all accounts, be the great man that he's been, because he's only 24. Like, that's like, yeah. So again, best wishes to him. We are going to talk about our usual nonsense. Usual basketball, the challenge. Cher Delaware is going to join us. We will try to add some levity and do what we do to entertain.
If Cher is watching this right now, we need her to wear overalls for later to just keep it consistent, so we can really get into the profile we're gonna make later in the show.
SB3, a crazy night in the NBA last night. When Luka Doncic gets pushed down to like the 5th most important story after the week he has been having, where he averaged nearly a 50-point triple double for the week on like 60% shooting, just
Oh my
insane
god.
numbers
That
by
that game
Luka.
against the Knicks was, oh man.
Oh,
As someone who has spent the majority of his life living in New York and never have liked the Knicks. I've gone from hating the Knicks like in the 90s when I was like a Kobe and Jordan fan to like just being like, ah man, they're just worthless, pointless. And then they were actually playing good this season. And then that game against the Mavs, I was just like, damn, that's the Knicks I remember.
that final play in regulation where he missed the free throw on purpose and then it bounced around, and the way he got it up there, like that's incredible touch to finish that shot. And his reaction was hilarious to me. He said he thought he won the game. I don't know if that's the case. Like, I don't think Luka Doncic is a J.R. Smith. It's J.R. Smith in reverse, because at least he actually
At least
it.
he made the shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least he made it and
He went
understood what
right
was
up.
happening.
He went right up. He
Right.
didn't want to waste time. Like JR.
Right. He didn't just grab the rebound and dribble it out. Like, we're up 1. Who cares? No, you were actually down 2. You need to make this shot.
That's still one of the funniest plays in
Oh,
NBA history. Like,
that play, I remember immediately calling my buddy Sammer, and we're both just cackling. Like, we knew exactly why we were calling each other. And like, we didn't have to say anything. We just call, pick up, cackle. Like, that was the order of operations there. Yeah, insane stuff from Luka. But last night, I mean, Donovan Mitchell did what Luka did with intentionally missing a free throw and then scoring to get it overtime. And that was point like 50 something for him. And then he went on to have 71 points, SP3. An absolutely just monster game from Donovan Mitchell. People are going to complain of like
the most points any NBA player has made since Kobe's 81, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. What did Booker have in that loss where they celebrated that they won?
I think he did. I think he did have 70, if I'm not mistaken. Well, let me.
I think it was 70 as well.
Yeah, I think it was 70. But man, that was a hell of a performance, because it was with Donovan Mitchell last night, because it was very similar to Kobe's 81, because a lot of people don't like know the story of Kobe's 81. This man needed every one of those 81 points because we were losing in the first half to Toronto. And that's how it felt with Donovan Mitchell. It was a very close game with the Bulls. He only had 18 points at the half. And then to come in between third quarter, fourth quarter, and overtime, drop 53. Man, what a performance for Donovan Mitchell. He's someone that we've been kind of having our eye on the whole this season. He was someone that we really talked about early on in the season, and what he would make an impact with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I was very high on them. I thought they would be a top 3 to 4 seed in the East, and they've had their little troubles over the last couple of weeks, but man, oh man, this was like the right time for Donovan to have this type of game, and I think it's going to give the Cavs some momentum moving forward.
I will fully admit that I did not know what to make of Donovan Mitchell coming out of Utah. And I was probably down on him more than most people. I watched him in his rookie year when he killed OKC because Carmelo Anthony can't guard anybody and Billy Donovan can't make adjustments. Hilarious that he did this against the Bulls and Billy Donovan. Just Donovan Mitchell against Billy Donovan is actually the matchup. Like, that's where he's just going to have his biggest games. This is my theory moving forward, and I will not be told otherwise. But I watched him his rookie year. I was like, oh, this guy, he's definitely special. And then the seasons in Utah happened. They were always consistent in the regular season, and they'd get to the playoffs. And for one reason or another, I do think Mitchell deserves a little bit of blame, but they could just never get over the hump. I think we're kind of seeing now Rudy Gobert was a big issue of that, because that shit in Minnesota ain't working too well right now.
It's working out well for Donovan, but it ain't working out for Rudy. So if it's not a thing of everyone says something, it must be you. It must be if one person's saying another thing and the other person saying another thing, and then y'all separate and you are still an issue, you were the issue.
It's great. I think it was Nas Reed in Minnesota. It was like, we know the issue. We're not going to put it in here, but in house, we know the issue. We know it. And it's like, who are you trying to throw under the bus here? Because there's two answers. It's either Gobert. You're either trying to throw Gobert under the bus, or I think it might be a little D'Angelo Russell, because that dude's making a lot of money to not play well. It's not good with D'Angelo Russell. Poor dude, he snitched on Swaggy P, and then career is all downhill.
His career's been so bad since there. Like, yo, I was so high on him when he was on the Los Angeles Lakers, but that rookie season when he did that stuff with Swaggy P, I was just like, nah, man, I don't know about this. That's why I was happy to get Lonzo, because I was like, oh, we got Lonzo, we can get D'Lo the hell up out of here. I'm sorry, like Kobe can snitch. It's okay. Kobe played well enough that it's okay, and I can look past him snitching on Shaq. But I cannot look past D'Lo snitching on Swaggy P in the manner in which he did.
Yeah, Russell has not worked out too well. He'll have his big games, and then he'll just be like, he's just so inconsistent. And when you're making that much money, the inconsistencies and the big games certainly aren't big enough to really justify the terrible ones that he has. And yeah, it's either him, I think it's a little bit of him, but it does feel like the bigger issue is Rudy Gobert, and just like, yeah, we can't do anything with this dude. Like, it just ain't working. As far as Mitchell goes, so I was down on him because of that, and I was like, I don't know. He goes to Cleveland. He's been outstanding in Cleveland. He's adapted well. He's shown he can just share the ball with Darius Garland. He doesn't mind playing the secondary role. Yeah. He doesn't mind playing the secondary role off the ball on some nights. And then you see games like last night where it's like, yeah, if we need this dude to go out there, get 50, 60, 71, like, he can go out there and do it. So it's been great. Like, living in the Cleveland area, I'm roughly about an hour away. Like, last year, watching them, the improvements they made as a young team. This year, going out there, going for it. Like, this is a blueprint that I like to see from, I don't know if Cleveland's considered a small market, but you certainly don't consider them like a huge market. Anytime these teams like Cleveland, like New Orleans, they find the success, it's something that just gives me hope as a Thunder fan of like, hey, you can build and then make the right moves and then actually have some progress. OKC season's over now, the Poku's out, but Cleveland, I love what they did with their roster building and then going out there. And much like New Orleans is like, you build a roster, and when you think you're in a position to make a swing, you make a swing. And that's what both teams did. And look, New Orleans is near the top of the West. Cleveland's near the top of the East. Like, it's worked for them.
Both teams have worked out well, and I think Cleveland, they just needed a scorer. They needed it because I feel like Garland is a shot maker and a shot creator for himself and others, but I don't think he's like a natural scorer. You just need a guy that you could just give the ball and he'll put the ball in the hoop. You got your rebounders, your guys that can get double doubles like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. You got Kevin Love, the veteran experience that you need. You got Garland, who can create shots for himself and others, but they did not have that scorer, and that's why I was so high on that move. It just felt like the right move at the right time. These guys are all young, and I just feel like Cleveland they might not be the threat that I might be hyping them up to be this year, but I think they're going to be a contender in the East for the next 5 years.
The East right now, I mean, Boston still at the top of the list. Milwaukee, they got to get healthy. Like, it's tough to, when Milwaukee's healthy, like, Giannis is Giannis. Middleton is still kind of working in shape. Like, they're a champion, right? They were the champion 2 years ago. I don't really question Milwaukee. We talked about the switch. I think it was like last week. I think Milwaukee is definitely a team that, like, once the playoff comes, if they're healthy, they can just turn on that switch a little bit more. I mean, look, the Nets, Kevin Durant's MVP case grows because he's playing outstanding basketball. The Nets are not losing right now. Some teams, they're just like, they just rolled over the Spurs last night, as you should do. Like, the Spurs are bad. Like, if you're a good team like the Nets, you should roll them over. Like, the Nets are just dominant right now. And then you got Cleveland, like the top four in the East, really strong right now. And I
feel like the top four in the East is much stronger than the West.
Oh, the West, I can't figure out. So I think the Nuggets are an elite team. Jokic,
yes, they are.
Jokic just
my man Aaron Gordon, though. Let's put some respect on Aaron Gordon. He's having a career year. Like I said it last week. Like I was watching that game and just how he was passing the ball. He just seemed like the perfect power forward to be with Jokic. But then I like deep dive on his numbers and I was like, he's having a career year, actually. Like out of nowhere. He's playing next to one of the best players in the world, and this is an argument for Jokic being a better player than I make him out to be, because he's making someone on his team better. And that's the one thing. He makes
everybody on his team better.
I didn't see that. I saw Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray had his breakout, and I didn't really feel like Jokic was directly responsible for that. Playing next to Jokic was the reason why he did that. I just think that he was skilled, and it was the bubble, and he was on fire. I feel like this is the first instance where legitimately he made someone, he's making someone have a career year.
Do you know what this is? SP3?
I have no idea what that is, because we're talking about basketball.
It's a 2022 Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche cap, because you are capping right now, SP3.
I'm waiting. Name the player that he made better. Name the player that he made
everybody.
Better. No, name one. No.
Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray didn't get better.
Michael Porter Jr. Has Michael Porter Jr. have a career year? Or has Michael Porter Jr. been injury prone?
Played with Jokic his entire year.
And he's been injury prone his whole year. He never made him better. Get out of here.
He always made him better. He's made all these guys better.
No.
He's made the whole team better.
Where would this be? You're being ridiculous.
Without Jokic? They would have been a lottery team last year without Jokic. That would have been one of the worst teams in the league without Jokic. And it wasn't all just him. It's not like he was putting up 40 a game like Luka. He had 27 last year. He had 27 points per game. He had 7.9 assists. He made everybody better. He has more assists this year. He's got 9.5 assists this year. But, he's not making anybody better.
He made everybody better, and you still say he had nobody on his team.
He didn't.
So he made the
team better.
He made the team better, but you still haven't legitimately made a case that he's made one player better. And he did with Aaron Gordon.
Who cares about making one player better when you make the entire team better?
If you're supposed to be the two-time
Monty
MVP,
Morris,
Steve Nash made Amari Stoudemire better. Amari Stoudemire had a really good rookie year, but he improved year after year with Steve Nash. That's why Steve Nash, in my eyes, I didn't think he deserved the MVP, but that was the strongest argument for him, is him improving Amari Stoudemire, improving Shawn Marion. Shawn Marion shot the ball I think significantly better with Steve Nash than he did without Steve Nash. All those two players he made legitimately better. That's why, in my opinion, he deserved that. In Miami with LeBron James, all the players except for Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, they shot the ball better from three. They got open shots. They were making career highs over there. That's why he deserved the back-to-back MVP. You literally just said Michael Porter Jr., the most injury-prone player on the Denver Nuggets. That's the player that he made better. So he made him from a complete scrub to just an injury-prone scrub. Got you. Great job, Jokic.
Monty Morris didn't get better. Will Barton.
Why you didn't name him from the jump? I would have said, if the roles were reversed, I would have named someone like Monty Morris, who was this. No. I gave you the opportunity. I gave you an opportunity, and you gave me.
You can't take it back now. I named the people. You asked me who he made better. I'm telling you who he made better.
He did not make Michael Porter Jr. better. He did not.
He did.
There's no proof. There's no proof of that. There's no proof of that. Like I said, there's proof that Steve Nash made Amari Stoudemire better, because when Amari played with Stephon Marbury,
there's no proof that the ball. Monty Morris hasn't played with anybody else. Monty Morris hasn't played with, Michael Porter Jr. hasn't played with anybody else.
Monty Morris has. That's why I said Monty Morris was the correct answer.
Okay, Monty Morris, Will Barton. So I'm still naming you people. He's also made Michael Porter Jr. better. He's made Aaron Gordon better.
He did not make Will Barton better. Will Barton played the same way. He played the same way.
Will Barton's numbers with Jokic versus not with Jokic, much different. Much different.
Let's look at this. I'm going to look at Will Barton stack.
Look at his numbers in Denver. Look at his numbers not in Denver. What's Will Barton doing in Washington?
I thought I would never see the day where I would have myself looking up Will Barton's numbers. You see what Jeremy's got me doing here, ladies and gentlemen, because of his love fetish for Jokic.
It's not a love fetish with Jokic. It's you being wrong about Jokic.
Oh no, I have a hate boner for Jokic. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna front like you. I'm honest to the people out here. I have a hate boner against Jokic because he gets way more credit than I think he deserves. But I'm looking at Will Barton's numbers here, and he definitely Jokic made a play better.
Yeah.
See, I'm honest. I'm nothing but honest because it's ridiculous that he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He played 8 seasons with Denver, and 7 out of the 8 seasons he averaged double figures, and then the seasons that he didn't play with Jokic, he never averaged double figures. So yeah, fair enough. Will Barton. Will Barton's the correct answer. Monty Roy is the correct answer. Michael Porter Jr. is not.
Michael Porter Jr. is the correct answer as well, because everybody is better under Nikola Jokic. If he's not the correct answer because he's hurt and he hasn't played with anybody else, that's not Jokic's fault. That's not Jokic's fault. He's not a doctor. He's an NBA center.
He should be a doctor.
He'd probably be a great doctor.
He's very
surgical on the court.
He is. He's very boring on the court. I agree.
Boring. If you think Jokic is boring,
no, I know.
Cap.
This is it.
2022 Stanley Cup champion Cap.
See, once again, second try, you got it right. That was Cap. First time, that was not Cap, because I gave you a chance to name one player he made better, and you named the most injury-prone player he's played with in the past 3-4 seasons. I don't know how we always get into these. I have to watch this back and see how we got here.
I don't even know. I have no idea. Do you want to say hi? Just outing that she just came into the room. Just say hi.
Hey.
The wife says hi. SB3 is capping on this show, baby. Just lying, straight lying.
Oh, no. All right. Are we done with NBA talk?
He is lying.
He's
admittedly lying.
It's because Mrs. Lambert is in the room that I remembered that I finished watching the first episodes of The Circle. So I went. Did you guys?
Love you.
Did you guys watch it
yet?
We
haven't watched it yet. I don't know. Like, I want to get into. I don't know if she's gonna watch this season with me. But I definitely want to watch this season. Is it good?
It's good so far. They really had me the first day. The only spoiler I'll give to anybody who hasn't watched it is that they did the whole eliminate 2 people on the first night, and that just adds a little bit more tension to everything. Like that made the first episode very exciting, and I like a lot of the people on this season. Like they have very interesting people there. They got this one girl from Brooklyn, and everything she says and has a pet peeve about, I be peeping that my missus, who's also from Brooklyn, has similar pet peeves. So I'm a fan of her. I'm a fan of this other guy who's from New Jersey who's real cool with her. So they got some good people on this season. I think it's going to be a good season. I think the next 4 episodes come out tomorrow.
Okay. We will watch it. I'm at least going to watch it at some point. Again, I don't.
And the homie from season 1 is in this season. Shabam, the Indian kid from season 1. Yeah,
dude, he was great.
Yo, I loved him. That's why I marked out. I saw him on the trailer and I marked out. I was like, oh, we gotta watch this. I told him about this. Okay. I was like, we gotta watch this. Shabam, that was my favorite. I thought he should have won season 1.
He ruled. I will watch it. I will definitely watch it. I don't know again if the wife is gonna fully watch it with me. I'll ask her if she wants to. If not, I will definitely watch it.
And we plan on watching Too Hot to Handle, so we can talk about that next week.
Yeah, you got to watch the Too Hot to Handle. We've gone through that entire thing.
The season's done.
Yeah, season's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Mike from Indy says, good morning to both of you. This is some rousing and lively discussion. Thoughts on the Toronto Raptors? Happy Wrestle Kingdom Day. SB3, answer this question. I have to mute my mic.
Toronto Raptors, I just think that they haven't been playing very consistent this season. I think they've been dealing, of course, with some injuries and whatnot, but I felt like they would be a playoff team, and I don't know. I think right now they are in the playoffs. Let me just double check that. I think they are
if they are or not.
No, they're not. Oh yeah, they're out of the play-in too. They're a 12 seed. So yeah,
they were playing terrible basketball for a while.
Yeah, that's what I said. With the injuries, that really like hurt them. They got the same record as the Los Angeles Lakers. So hey, we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat, Mike. If you're a Toronto Raptors fan, we live in here. We've won championships. We've seen our team hit the apex, and now we losing. We out in the streets, out in the outside looking in. We here. I'm here for you. Toronto Raptors, LA Lakers. We could be together.
I think that the Raptors, they have a good roster. I don't know why it's not clicking. I do think a big part of it is injuries, but they got a decision to make if they're going to continue forward with the roster they have, because Siakam is like star level. Van Vliet's very consistent, very good. They obviously love Scotty Barnes. They're not going to give up on him or anything. OG Anunoby as well. Like the roster's there. It's just they're sort of in the same position as the Bulls, where everybody wanted the Bulls to like blow it up.
Yeah.
And the Bulls won a couple of games and everything. And it's like, oh, okay, well, maybe not. But at some point, you got to make a decision when it comes to this stuff of like, all right, are we just going to be sort of mediocre, or are we just going to try to rebuild a little bit? I wouldn't be shocked. I don't know if there's a deal out there for someone like Siakam or Van Vliet. I wouldn't be shocked if some of these teams like call about these guys. What you give up, I have no idea who, what trade package might be put together for these teams, but I wouldn't be shocked if they're calling on
Siakam's having a killer year this season too. He's averaging 28 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Shoot, man, he's just filling up the stat sheet. 27 points, and he's played 27 out of their 33 games. So he's been dealing with injury. Scotty Barnes has been there, but it feels like he's hit that sophomore wall more than anything, where he's kind of doing what he was doing in his rookie year. He's not the improvement that we thought we were going to see from him this season. So they have to deal with a lot of those different things. Van Vliet's been out for a number of games. A bunch of their guys have missed a good portion of the game. Precious Achiuwa has been out for most of the season, so it's been tough.
I would the All-Star break at the trade deadline. I wouldn't give up on the Raptors. I feel like they're a better team than the Wizards. I do think they can surpass them. The Hawks are kind of a mess right now. Like they lost 4 straight. They lost in like double overtime last night to the Warriors because Draymond Green is hitting clutch shots. And I don't know where the Hawks go.
Of course, when I sit him on my bench over a fantasy team, it's a big shot. Of course,
see, I've been a big Trae Young supporter, and man, this year's been a big indictment on him with just not being able to play off the ball with Dejounte Murray, just completely leaving the team at certain stretches. Like doesn't seem like he's getting on well with Nate McMillan, the coach there, who the report said he was going to quit, but then they denied the reports. Like if you're thinking about quitting, like you're an NBA coach in this position, like, probably just better off just stepping down and heading out, because no, it's weird in Atlanta. They've been trying to trade John Collins for like 5 years now. At some point, they probably just got to trade him and then move forward, because that whole thing's been like a cloud. It's a weird situation in Atlanta. Yeah, I've been a Trae Young supporter. I think he's obviously supremely talented as an offensive player. Defensively, not so much, but he's a great player. And man, not being able to make it work with Dejounte Murray, who's one of the most versatile players in the league. You got to adapt a little bit. Like you got to give a little bit to just show, like you got to let go of the reins a little bit. It doesn't seem like he's willing to do that. That's sad. Like that kind of sucks, because I think they could be a deadly combination.
Yeah, I thought they would be one of the best backcourts in the East, and it just hasn't meshed out well. And I think that Trae Young is kind of just stuck in his ways. And I think that the only way for Atlanta and for him to improve as a player is that he has to evolve. He has to be able to run off screens and play off the ball and facilitate and become, he's a great scorer, but he's not a natural point guard because he doesn't really actively go out of his way to create shots for other people.
No. We're not gonna slander Trae Young in his passing. You're about to cap again here.
I'm not capping again. I just think that he's a natural scorer. I don't think that he actively looks to create shots for other people around him.
Okay. You're about to look foolish, SP3. I love you. You're about to look foolish. How many assists do you think Trae Young's averaging?
Oh, he's probably averaging like 10 assists because he has the ball in his hands all the time.
Okay,
but he actively looks for his shot before he looks for anybody else's shot.
He does, but that doesn't mean like he's a bad playmaker, doesn't get his teammates involved. Trae Young gets his teammates involved. The problem with Trae Young right now,
I never said he didn't get his teammates involved. I said that his first option is to put the ball in the hoop, not to put the ball in somebody else's hand.
But that's like every point guard nowadays, though. No, that's legitimately every
Chris
point
Paul?
guard. All right, you're gonna name legit the 1 point guard.
I'm just saying.
Forever. And then what do? You slander Chris Paul.
Even a guy that doesn't play point guard but knows his role on the team, like a Marcus Smart. He creates shots for other people because he can't make shots himself. So he creates shots for other people.
Marcus Smart is the third best scorer on that team.
He's not even the third best scorer, but
I mean that's probably true. Steph Curry doesn't look for his shot first.
No, he actually
does.
No.
Steph,
a lot of games that I watch, he's looking for other people to get involved. He'll go off for screens and he'll play off the ball and go for his.
Yeah,
but if he
Steph
has the ball, if he has the ball at the start of the game, he's looking to create shots for other people.
Because Steph actually does play off the ball. Luka doesn't look for his shot first. Most of these point guards.
Oh, I don't consider Luka a point guard. I think he can
fill up.
Yeah, he runs the offense, but I feel like he's I think he's a 2 guard.
I mean, theoretically, yes, but it's the same thing as Harden. He's a 2 guard, but he's the guy who has the ball in his hands the entire time. So he's essentially the point guard. I think Trae Young does try to get his teammates involved. That's not the issue with Trae Young. The issue with Trae Young, 1, defensively, he's terrible. 2, his shot has abandoned him this season. He's shooting 31% from 3 on 7 attempts. He's shooting 41% from the field. Like he's not shooting the ball well at all. And I do wish he would play off the ball more. I think he could be a lot better if he could just get open shots. If he could just, let Dejounte Murray create a little bit more, and then he can move and find easier baskets, find better looks. The problem is he wants to take, it seems like, way too difficult of shots. I don't think the issue is him not getting his teammates involved. The issue is just he needs to do more off the ball and adapt better.
I just think that if he actively went out of his way to create shots for other people around him and it wasn't his second thought, I think that he would be playing much better and he wouldn't take as many difficult shots because he'd be looking to get his teammates open for them to get the shot. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying he doesn't get his teammates involved because off the top, when you asked that question, I knew he was averaging like 10 assists because he always has the ball. And sometimes the shot is too difficult that he'll decide to just pass it out. But that's not his first instinct. His first instinct is to always put the ball in the hoop. I just want him to show that evolution that he can do both. And I know he can. That's the issue. He can do both and create shots for himself and others, like a Darius Garland. Darius Garland is not the best point guard, but he's a shot creator. Like I said earlier, he creates shots for himself and other people around them. Trae Young creates shots for himself, and if there's no other option, he'll pass the ball and he gets his teammates open.
Darius Garland's a shot creator now because he has Donovan Mitchell with him.
No, he was a shot creator last year. What are you talking about?
He looked for his shot first last year. As he should have,
No.
because he was the best scorer on the team.
Yeah, he was. But if you watch the start of those Cleveland Cavaliers games last year, he was trying to get Jared Allen involved, Mobley involved, Kevin Love involved. He was trying to get his big man involved more than going for the score automatically off the bat. And too many games with Atlanta, when I watched the beginning, Trae Young is just looking to get off picks, dribble the ball, and get to the hoop.
He needs to get himself in rhythm.
He don't need to get himself in rhythm. That man
he clearly does, because he can't shoot the ball at all. He clearly needs to do something.
Well, you got to do something different. Just try create shots for other people. Sheesh, maybe someone will go on fire. You'll get open. You get this weird thing that you probably haven't seen a lot this season. An open shot for yourself.
Yeah, I agree. And he needs to do that by moving a little bit more off the ball instead of just standing still while everybody else plays 5-on-4. I think the issue is him not getting teammates involved. The issue is he needs to get easier shots for himself.
Now, if you're going to call me out, you're going to call me out for cap. We got to call Luis out for cap. How dare he say Smart isn't a top 5 defensive player on his team? This man won defensive player of the year. What are we talking about?
Nah, he shouldn't have won defensive player of the year.
Oh, you're bugging. But he's not top 5 on his team.
Oh, I mean, he definitely is. That's complete. Yeah, that is cap, but
that's cap.
Still shouldn't have won defensive player of the year.
Maybe not, but he was in the running.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good defensive player.
He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, in my opinion.
He flops a lot and complains a lot, but I got no issue.
That's the NBA. You got to adapt. That's the NBA. Flopping, complaining, whining.
Marcus Smart's about to drop like 50.
I couldn't hear you
tonight.
I'm ready for that. I would be here for that, just so I could come back next week and talk about how Marcus Smart was trying to create shots for others, but he just kept getting open and just schooled the Oklahoma City Thunder.
That's fine. I had a little bit of hope earlier in the year when like the West is awful and it seemed like, oh, maybe we can make like the play-in game or something. Chet being out for the season already. Jeremiah Robinson Earl is out. It's Robinson Earl, JRE. And then Poku being out 2 months. This team has no size. Like they're Lakering it up right now with their biggest player being like 6'5" on the floor. Like they have no size. They're getting killed inside. One of the Plumlees, I don't know which one. One of the Plumlees had like 13 for 14 from the field, and by the field I mean like the restricted area, because they had no size to stop him. So now I'm full in on lose every game possible, get better draft odds, because it's not a thing of like this team is bad. I do think that the team is good, but when you have no size in the NBA, like you're just going to get tore up in the paint, and it's injuries. It's injury related. So what can you do about that? Should they have gotten more depth at the center position and stuff? Yeah, sure, maybe. But I don't think that was always the goal this season. The goal was just make improvements and everything. And they're on the right track when it comes to improvements. Injuries derailed that. What can you do? Lose all these games, get better draft odds for Wembanyama or Scoot, and go from there. So I'm cool on OKC losing all these games. I'm good with it.
I want y'all to get Scoot. I think Scoot is the fit for y'all. Y'all would fit in very well. And then Shea, even though Shea's gonna still have the ball, I feel like he's more of a natural, even though he's more of a shot creator than Trae Young. He's more of a natural 2-guard, especially when you look at his stat line. Yeah, that's like a 2-guard, a magical 2-guard stat line.
But see, like we've got Giddey to handle the ball and pass the ball and everything. So
you could move Giddey to the 3. He could be a point forward.
He kind of is. But then you have Dort already at the 3. Like
Dort can come off the bench, man. Give me Scoot. Give me that. You imagine that backcourt with Scoot and Shea, and then you got Giddey at the point forward. My God, y'all be good for 10 years.
I'm for it. I'm for any talented player being on this team. They have the talent right now. It is a matter of like people adapting, people adjusting, finding a role for everybody. And that is sort of the issue, is it feels like they just have too many roster spots right now. Like, I don't know what they're going to do with Baisley. I think they should probably trade him. They've got some good young talent. Trey Mann's coming off the bench and playing great. Jalen Williams has been great. I think they kind of do need more size. And obviously Chet and Poku fix that big time. And then if JRE can get healthy, like he fixes that as well. So it's some injuries. And then once everybody's healthy, like what does the team look like? It's kind of a good problem to have. It's like we have a lot of young talent. We got to figure out how it all fits. I don't think they're going to end up with the top 2 pick anyway. They'll probably end up with like 5 or 6 is my guess.
Because you got 2 this season. Yeah, like I would be very, very lucky if y'all got a top 2 pick again this coming off season.
Love it. I'd absolutely love it. Okay. Cher Delaware has messaged me. I don't even know what she messaged me.
She shared a tweet of what we're going to discuss in one of the greatest lines in challenge history.
All right. Well,
and I literally had to bite my tongue for a couple of days because I did not want to. I put out a tweet, but I was like, Jeremy and Cher's not going to see this tweet. So when you messaged me the other day and you watched it, I was like, yes.
All right, I just sent Cher the link, so we're gonna bring her on. We'll wrap up the NBA talk. I don't know if we didn't even like talk about like Luka's insane. We talked about the Knicks game, but like, dude, the week he had, Luka, he's now shooting the ball well. Like he got off to a slow start, as it seems like he does every single season. But he's back. That team still sucks. Man,
they improved though. They went from a 9 seed, dude. Last week, we did the show. Improved. They went from an 8 seed to a 4 seed. So
they improved because Luka is averaging a 50-point triple double. That's not indicative of the team being better. That's indicative of Luka Doncic being. And
they did one. They did 7 straight. They've won 7 straight.
They beat some bad teams. What's the best win of their 7 straight?
Of their 7 straight.
Yeah, tell me their best win because it ain't
the Knicks.
Yeah, exactly. They've beaten like the Rockets, the Spurs, the Knicks,
the Timberwolves, the Lakers, the Spurs. Yeah, so the Knicks would be the best team.
The Knicks are the only playoff team of that bunch.
Hey, you gotta beat the teams in front of you. You gotta beat the teams in front of you. So
I agree completely.
I can't talk about that, but Luka, we both predicted Luka to be the MVP of this season, and it took a couple of weeks. But he seems like he's playing at that mode, and he's got the Mavs up in the top 4, which I think should be a necessity to be in the MVP. Is that you should be a top 4, the lowest, a 5 seed to be in the MVP contention. But he is going to be behind, of course, Jokic, because the media doesn't know how to pick a new person. I don't know.
The media doesn't know how to create a new star.
They don't know how to create stars. But Luka, my man, he's averaging 34 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals. He's leading his team in points, steals, assists, rebounds, assist to turnover ratio. Sheesh, man, this guy is just putting out insane numbers. He's having an insane year, but he seems like he's closer. I would say number 2. I would say my MVP ranking right now would be Jokic, Luka, KD, Jason Tatum.
I'm out of Jason Tatum up there. He's playing great. I'd put Jokic first. I'd put Luka second, KD third. I still have to have Giannis up there. Like Giannis is still playing great. Mitchell's gonna make his case at this point. Like,
yeah, I would say Giannis is my 5th. Giannis would be 5th for me.
I might have Luka over Jokic, and it's obviously no knock on Jokic, but man, these numbers are absolutely insane. And that team is far worse than Denver. Denver has a much better roster right now with guys actually healthy than Dallas has.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. I think just right now, because Denver's playing so well, I would have Jokic number 1. But yeah, Luka can make an argument, especially if the Mavs get into like the top 2, top 3 seeds with that team.
Top 3, they can get top 3. I don't see them getting anywhere close to 2.
I don't have faith in any of these teams outside of Denver. I feel like Denver is the only one.
Great team. I'm not sleeping at all. That team is great.
I feel like Denver's the only team in the West that have proven themselves to really be a contender. I think New Orleans is the closest to them, but
I think
don't really.
I think Memphis is better than New Orleans, and I like New Orleans.
I could see that,
but Ingram's out right now. When Ingram comes back, then it might change up a little bit. But Ingram being hurt is tough for New Orleans. Memphis is legit, man. I've been watching a lot more Memphis. They're good. They just beat you down. They just
I like what Ja did at the end of the last game when he gave his shoes to the kid. That was really cool. But yeah, I mean, they have a very complete team, very young as well, and they're gelling together. So I think they're gonna be in that top 4. But I could see Luka just blow it up and moving past a lot of these teams.
I mean, I gotta see Luka beat like a halfway decent team before I'm ready to like crown him right now. And I love Luka. He's fantastic. I think aside from Giannis, like Luka's the second best player in the league. Giannis is the only guy I'm taking over him.
It's if you have the first 2 in like a fantasy draft with NBA players and you're not picking Giannis or Luka, I mean, more power to you. You must be very high on the Jokic's and the Embiids of the world, or the KDs or LeBrons, but those 2 are like, those are the 2 best players in the league.
I gotta see Luka like actually do this against a good team. And I'm not saying he can't, but not get his numbers. He's obviously going to get his numbers. They gotta beat one of these good teams, and if they beat them, then obviously like Luka's going to have a huge hand in that. But I want to see them against a good team. Who the Mavs play next? What's their like upcoming schedule?
They got the Celtics next on Friday.
They don't play against the Friday?
Yeah, that's the ESPN. That's the ESPN game. No. That's Thursday. Excuse me. Okay. Thursday they verse against the Celtics, and then Saturday they play against the Pelicans. So they got 2 tough games. Then they got the Thunder, and then they got the Clippers. So 3 out of the 4 is going to be pretty difficult games for them.
So well this time next week we will see how Luka is doing, and whether or not he's kind of kept this up and he's actually beating some halfway decent teams. Luis says SP3's feelings on Jokic are really about Luka. I mean, making teammates better. Who is Luka Doncic made better?
Luka made Luka Doncic better. That's all that matters. Luka isn't. Did you ever hear me say Luka Doncic was a point guard, or
he is a point guard?
I don't think he's a point guard. I think he's a 2 guard that is a good passer. That's what I think he is. And there's just a lot of those players that are like that are just natural 2 guards, but are also good facilitators. They're also good passers, and that's what Luka is.
I think Luka does make his teammates better, by the way. Just his gravity alone makes his teammates better. A lot of these guys, they'd be in the league, sure, but I don't know what they'd be doing.
I do agree with Mike. He's got to carry this team. Like, this team is very much the Houston Rockets before Chris Paul got there, and after Dwight Howard left.
That's just poor roster construction. That's not Luka's fault.
No,
they've clearly built the system to play this way, but it's poor roster construction is what it is. And I hope they do something at the deadline to approve.
Please trade Tim Hardaway already. I feel like they've been saying that for like years. They're gonna trade Tim Hardaway and just never do.
Pal Cher Delaware is here.
Oh, she didn't get the memo. She didn't get the memo to wear overalls.
Own overalls.
You don't own overalls?
I look like
it's okay. I don't either. Black people don't either. It's okay.
Actually, I have a pair of leather overalls.
There you go. You could have wear that. Yeah. That's erotic. The farmers would have loved that.
This is what I wear when I'm at home. Sweatpants and sweatshirts that don't match the sweatpants.
That's the beauty of working from home. You wear whatever you want.
In the Viva La Bam style shirt.
That's a good shirt.
That used to be my show.
Oh
him just coming up to his dad and beating up on him.
Didn't he just get arrested or back in rehab for something?
He's the only one that they don't really mess with out of the jackass people.
After Chris, which one died?
Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan Dunn.
After Ryan died, he kind of lost it.
Yeah.
That was his boy. That was his boy.
Yeah, I mean, Steve-O went the other way and got sober, and bam, went downhill. So, I have 7-day free trial to Match.com.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Well, let's talk about the challenge first,
Yes,
and then
for
we will end on trying to find you love, Cher Delaware.
Find you a
All right.
farmer.
So we've got the challenge. The underdog team actually won. You got dropped out of like a helicopter and you had to do a bunch of swimming and stuff. It was like a 2-second differential to win.
Well, you had
this
to
challenge.
basically, they stood on the stand and then the helicopter came and it had basically like the monkey bars for everyone to hold on to, and they had to hold on to it and until they get to a destination that had a certain amount of points. They had like a one where you drop down and you could get 10 points, when you could drop down, get 20, another you get 30, another you get 50, 70, whatnot, and so forth.
I love those challenges. Like, I love the ones that are like that are really about their like stamina. Like, they're scared of heights, scared of water, but you want to hold on this, but you have to let go of it at a certain time. Like, I love the ones that are like that because I feel like that's actual like real competition and not like most of the stupid challenges that they more.
And this actually felt like a team challenge, unlike the first one they did when they were just knocking people off the thing and stuff. I was like, that's not a team competition. That's an individual competition. And even last week with the trivia, I was like, that's also not a team competition. This actually felt like the first one that felt like a team competition, and teamwork was the key for underdogs winning because Jordan was the MVP. First of all, this man with one hand had to hold on to the monkey bars with his forearm, and he held on to it to the very end. He gets down into the high point with Horatio, I think he was with, and then he goes back and helps the girls. He's pushing the girls to the finish line, and that's the whole reason they won.
He's insane. Like, I remember on one of his earlier seasons, him talking about how his parents never let him use it like as an excuse. It was always, you're the same as everyone else. You may have to figure out a different way how to do it, but you can do the same thing everyone else can do. And I love that they did that and didn't let him use it like as the crutch, because imagine if he did have two hands, how insane that would. It's like, he is so good. I can't imagine. My forearm would break trying to do that.
I'd be like, get me off of the first one. I'll get off at the first one. I'll swim farther, but I'm not holding on to this thing with one hand.
I dropped before the first one.
Oh my God. I was like, that was a very impressive performance by Jordan. And then with the favorites, they were just way too cocky. Like, if you watch that episode and you did not root against them, I don't know what's wrong with you, because they were just obnoxious. Like, Fessy winning is the worst television ever. Like, him having a reason to be cocky, I hate that man. Like, I legitimately
cocky with no reason.
Yo, legitimately, he does not need a reason to be that cocky. But when he does have a reason, it's horrible. And like the way he was like treated, can I just say, outside of what we're gonna talk about, the best moment of the show, the best moment as far as challengers was Mariah not picking Nelson, because if anyone deserved their partner to leave them out to dry, it was Fessy. I loved Mariah for that. That was the best move Mariah did all season. I was so proud of her.
Yeah, I agree.
And Anissa, oh, she is a capper. She is such a capper, because if she was on Mariah's team, she would have been like, oh, that's the best move. But because she's on Fessy's team, she's like, oh, you burn your vote and you throw your partner in. That's not her partner. That's your partner. Like, stop. Like, and we all know, it's very obvious if you watch the show, that Fessy probably met her at a Planet Fitness and was like, hey, you want to be on the challenge? Because they don't know nothing about each other. They're not friends.
Exactly. And no woman in his life that he hadn't slept with and screwed over, so none of them wanted to come on either. Like, I think that's one of the reasons that I dislike Anissa so much anymore, because Anissa used to not be that person that acted like that. And it's just the older she's gotten, she feels entitled to things. And so it's always like her trying to lecture everyone else and this is how it should be done. You've not won anything. You can't tell these people how things should be done just because you've been on here longer than they've been alive. Like, that's not how this works.
Anissa is terrible, and she
had the shortest amount of swimming and did not make it back to the thing before.
She's awful.
Who had the farthest amount of swimming? Oh my God. How dare you even, they should have even gave her a confessional after that performance in the deal.
They need bringing her on the show. Like
they do. Put her on All-Star, the older.
Can't win that either.
No.
Well, I know she can't win that, but at least she has a little bit better of a chance.
But that's what she can't even win against the people that are her age that haven't been doing the show for 20 years.
Guys, she swam for like 2 minutes and started backstroking. I was like, yo, you shouldn't be on the show. You can't swim for 5 minutes. You should not be on the show.
I won't talk shit about anyone being out of shape because I am incredibly out of shape, and like I have no freaking cardio is my enemy. Like walking up the stairs, I'm like, but
okay, but yeah, go ahead.
My job is not to go on.
Yes,
exactly.
Show. If it was, I would actually be in my garage gym working out in between the shows. Like, you know, her excuse for years was always, I'm in college. You are not still in college. Like,
now her excuse is I'm built for comfort, not for speed.
Well, quit coming on a show called Such a Challenge.
I mean, she's getting very comfortable on the show, just doing nothing. So, yeah.
Because they pay $40,000 a year just to come on and make an appearance. Like,
I was gonna say, Cher, like, yeah, you're not going on the show. I feel like if you were on this show, you would actually train a little bit and give your best. She just shows up, gets her money, and chills out, makes comments. Yeah. Well, okay. So the underdog team wins the challenge and everything. They have to decide who throws in. We get Tori talking to Jordan about who should be saved here. And she's like, you got to vote this way. Like, if you don't vote this way, it's going to hurt us as friends. And we're not going to be...
Our relationship.
Yeah,
she didn't even say friends.
Our relationship.
It's going to hurt our relationship.
I hate that so much.
Yes. It's a game.
Yes. I hate the people that are like, take stuff, unless it's something that's personal.
Yeah.
I don't they take stuff outside of the game. It is a game. I am in everything to win. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care if you're my friend or not. I'm trying to win. We can be friends when the game is over. Like, I don't understand. And they're not friends.
No. And the weirdest thing about this is that she did not have to do that. Because an hour before she goes and has that conversation, Jordan is outside with Fessy, and Jordan did not have to say what he said, but he told him, I'm not going to vote for you because you haven't gone after me. So everything was good, and all Tori did was mess it up. She ruined. Everything was going well for Fessy to not go into the elimination, and then Tori ruined it. So I was glad. I don't think I would have done the same thing, but I was glad that Jordan made it known that this is Tori's fault, because he was going to go to his word and not vote Fessy, and then she had to just she did put their relationship as a hostage.
Tori thinks that she is so clever and that everyone loves her so much, and she's so much smarter than everybody else, so she thinks that she can play everybody, and I don't know that it has yet to ever work for her.
She is legitimately, she might be the most overrated player in this game, because everyone acts like she is like one of the top females ever. It's like she had a good rookie season, and then after that I can't recall anything that she's like actually done to stand out. She's not good when it comes to the social aspect of the game because she just cheats on everybody. And I guess she's likable because it seems like for some reason people like her, but I don't think she plays a good social game. And I can't recall anything she's done like physically outside of her rookie season when she would win all the eliminations. It's like, oh yeah, she really stood out in this performance.
I would say season 34, that's one of her best seasons because she has the elimination where she gets rid of Georgia. Then she bodied Jenny in the hall brawl. And Jenny if you've seen Jenny, that's a beast. And she bodied her.
Oh, because she was so good.
She demolished Jenny in that elimination and then jumped to Team UK, and she got screwed over in season 35 because there was no reason why they should have purged one person on Team UK like that. They screwed her over. She should have won the championship then. And then I would say that she played really well in last year in Spies, Lies, and Allies finals, and then she got screwed over by the elimination in the middle of the final where Casey steals CT from her.
Yeah. I think Tori is a good competitor, but I just don't think that she's on the level that they try to act like she is. Like, she's not on the Cara level. She's not on the Evelyn, and they try to put her like with Laurel and Cara and Evelyn, and she's not there. Like, she's good. Cam is better than she is. Cam is smarter than she is. Cam has better strategies than she does. Cam gets along with more people, so it's easier for her to have actual alliances that won't turn on her. Like, I don't think we're ever going to get Cam back unless it's for an All-Stars or something, because she is not leaving that baby.
No.
But, like, Cam was young, too. She's younger than Tori. She was in her 20s on her last, I think, like, 26. Yeah. Like, she could have had a long career doing it, and she was good at all of it. But, like, I think a lot of people think Tori is so good because Tori wants to act like she's so good, too.
Yeah.
Like, she wants to act like she's the greatest ever. So people are like, oh, yeah, I don't want to. Tori's been on 87 seasons in a row. I don't want to go against her. Like, yeah.
She has the vet status, vet reputation, and the vets clearly like her. She's hooked up with, I feel, everybody on the show. I
pretty much
never liked her from the Argue the One days where she was a cheater then as well.
Mm-hmm. You guys have to watch the music video that I sent in the group chat.
I definitely will.
Yeah,
I already was laughing when I looked there, but I agree with you with Cam, and it's like I'm always happy for people, having kids, and we all love here. But she was just hitting her stride on the challenge. Like, year after season, she improved. Like, her rookie season with all those eliminations, showing that she was a fighter and a competitor. Then Final Reckoning, how she just completely like transformed her social game and like was kind of running the house at certain points, and those eliminations against guy teams when she was with Kaylee, and when she shouldn't have been winning those eliminations, and she did because she's so strategic. And then what she did in War of the Worlds 2 in aligning with Cara and basically stealing Cara's whole strategy and social game, and then she used that in Double Agent. Double Agents was her best season. Like, she had the elimination against Ashley. She ran the house. She ran the house, but then put all the spotlight on Big Brother. So Big Brother was the threat, even though Cam was the one basically playing the puppeteer of Devin against Big Brother, because all the attention is on everybody but Cam and Leroy. That was masterful.
Like her
that season.
And that she's smarter than pretty much everyone else on the show. Like, just the way that she can play all of them, and she's so likable. So then everybody's just like, yeah, okay. Like, they just kind of go along with whatever she says. Like, she's someone that I'm definitely going to miss seeing on there because she was so good. And like, her and Tori kind of came up around the same time, so people compared them all the time. And I always thought that Kim was better in pretty much every aspect.
Cam proved that from the jump. Remember, what was it? Vendettas, when Tori came in as a mercenary and she was all cocky, like, I'm gonna do my thing. I always come into elimination. I never lost an elimination. And then Cam was like, well, now you did.
We get to the elimination and we get Jordan's just epic speech and line as he is up there
with
saying he's what?
With his awful hat.
Yes.
Oh, with his awful hat. And he is up there and he's saying how he was going to vote. And he's like, someone tried to hold our relationship hostage. And TJ, I do not negotiate with terrorists. I died. Absolutely died.
Perfect.
At this line.
He was like,
his
I was
delivery.
literally in tears. I was in tears from that delivery.
The worst I did was message you guys of just like, I do not negotiate with terrorists. LMAO, and like just die. I was cackling. Yeah, I rewound it. As you rewound it and watched a bunch of game. I was just 10 seconds. Let's look at this again. Oh man, I do not negotiate. His whole set is brilliant, holding our relationship hostage. Oh, fantastic. And then he votes Fessy, as he should have, voting in Fessy. Fessy ends up going in. Yeah, Mariah burns her vote because she didn't want to vote for Fessy or for Nelson. And then it ends up being Fessy who goes in there. And then I forget his name, which is fantastic. Pulls the dagger. Yeah, Chauncey, that guy. Yeah. He's on the show, right?
And he saved bananas instead of Nelson, and as he should have, because Nelson made bad decisions when he finally got power after 54 times in a row. He made bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, and it led to both him and his partner being eliminated, where we finally have 2 people eliminated after 3 weeks.
This is where these decisions bite you, because what did we say on this show, SB3 and Cher, when Nelson had the power and he could have put in Fessy and he didn't do it? We said, why would you do this? This is stupid. Vote him in. He is like technically, theoretically, a good player. He screwed you over before. He beat you before. Put him in. It is a game. Do not try to rebuild this relationship. You want to eliminate top players so you can win, especially when you've never won like Nelson. And then what happens? He didn't vote in Fessy. He ends up facing Fessy anyway. And then Fessy beats him in this game where you have to pull these daggers down from whatever drywall or whatever it was.
And remember the challenge. Remember the elimination. That he threw Olivia and Horatio in. It was that upside down with the puzzle thing, and Jay and Michelle were good. It was just Horatio and Olivia were a little bit quicker. So
it wasn't
I honestly believe Jay and Michelle would have beat Fessy and Mariah.
I don't know if it was they were better, they were quicker. Jay and Michelle would have the same disadvantage that they had no matter who they faced, in that the entire cheering section was trying to screw them over and yell and get them off their game.
But I don't see Jordan being as loud for Fessy as he was for Horatio and Olivia.
That's very possible. That is definitely very possible. But they would have still been at that disadvantage regardless, no matter who they were in. I wouldn't trust Fessy in a game like that, though. I wouldn't trust Fessy in any game that's not like some type of physical, any type of mental fortitude game. I ain't trusted Fessy in that. I feel like he's going to lose all of those. Great physical competitor, but when it comes to smarts and stuff, I don't know. I ain't buying it.
I mean, the only person he could beat was Nelson. Like, there was literally nothing, no elimination that Nelson could have beat Fessy in.
What from Nelson's past would make you think he's ever going to make good decisions?
Yeah,
I didn't think he would make good decisions, but I thought that he would know a real friend from a fake friend.
No,
I wish he did, because even that conversation with his friend, what's his name again? Because they just had him as Nelson's friend. Oh yeah, Corey. We never seen him before. They had him talking to Nelson, and immediately he was the brains of the operation. Like, this was very obvious. A lot of like people have been saying this. Like, Nelson needed like a Corey or what's the other homie's name that was with Ashley in Final Reckoning?
Hunter.
Hunter. He needed one of those because him having like Fessy or Devin as his main like male confidant and being able to talk things, that's not the same. That's not the same for him. They're not going to tell him what he needs to hear. They're going to just listen or tell him what he wants to hear. And that's the issue for Nelson. He needs that other person. And Corey immediately from the jump was just like, oh, so you got to get rid of Bananas. You got to get rid of Fessy. And I loved what Nelson had to tell him, like, yeah, I'm working with Fessy. Oh, you working with the enemy? Corey was ready to drag him. That's a good friend. You drag your friend for being an idiot.
Nelson is 34 years old, and he has the brain of like a 2-year-old. Like that, he is truly one of the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life.
Any closing comments on the challenge? I don't want to rush our dating segment, but I do have a hard out at like 10:42.
Okay. No, that's about it for this one.
Yeah, Nelson and Nerese are officially eliminated until they're just somehow brought back in the finals because
and Kenny just chilling at the hotel right now, man. He's just chilling, waiting for his, because he knows his sister's not going into elimination, so he just waiting for this team thing to be over.
Yeah, we'll see if he comes back at some point, but I mean he'll come back in the finals if Casey's not eliminated, and I don't think Casey is going to get thrown in or eliminated. So we'll see when it comes to that. All right, Cher Delaware, your dating life continues. No, I think. Oh, there we go. Okay, your dating life continues, Cher Delaware. You have a Match subscription. Do you want to log into Match and read some of these messages that you have?
Oh, I've already got it pulled up.
Okay.
We have someone named Jet, like a jet airplane that is nice. 20 that likes me. Let's go straight to, we have 6 matches.
Ooh, look at you.
James says, get back to me when you can. I would love to know you.
Well, get back to him, Cher.
Get back to him, you know?
Do you know, I love Fozzie. Do you know he's a wrestler?
Oh! Okay. All right, we're obviously not messaging these guys, but I feel like we would have to message this guy.
Do you know he's a wrestler? Is killing me.
You should message like, yes, I sung Judas live with him, which is technically true. Technically, that's true.
This guy has gauges that are like this big.
Don't judge this man. Do you know that Fozzie is also a wrestler?
He is 40, male, divorced.
That's your demo.
Your demographic.
This guy's name is Ashtray.
Ashtray.
Oh, like the kid from Euphoria.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's a kid named Ashtray in Euphoria. Oh, he's a drug dealer.
I'm trying to figure out how to see Joe's profile here that asked me if I knew he's a wrestler.
We do need to see this profile.
I almost clicked start a vibe check, but that's video chatting.
I was about to say, like, what? Okay.
Start a vibe check.
That's what it says. Start a vibe check. Skip straight to a video chat.
But you can't reply, or you can reply with this free trial.
I can reply, but I just want to go to a file and I can't figure out how.
But you need to reply to him and be like, oh my God, I didn't know that. What have I become? Now that I betrayed everything that just say the lyrics.
All right, we've got Doug, age 42, from Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Hey!
Do you know the Young Bucks?
And don't say they're wrestlers. Say they're a part of the Cucamonga Cracker Killers. I'm sorry. Every time I hear Rancho Cucamonga, I think of that joke from Next Friday. I'm sorry. I apologize.
All right, we've got Matt 2, Mike 43, Glenn 52. He says Happy New Year.
Oh, well, that was nice of him.
Keep it short and simple.
Ben, age 38, says, Hi, Cher. Happy New Year. How are you? Hope you're having a great start to 2023. Wanted to respond to your profile and say hi because I am curious to know. What is he curious to know? It's not telling me what he's curious to know.
Oh, no. You have to. Maybe that's the cliffhanger. He wants you to message back. Like, what are you curious to know?
Yes.
He's divorced, no kids, Catholic. He is a Disneyland whore. That's what this says. I'm not just calling
princesses.
Oh no, can't do that. He says my mom and grandma were huge influences in my life, but he spelled were W-H-E-R-E. So they wear. Nope, we're done. Sorry, Ben.
Poor guy.
Don't know the difference between there, and there.
Gilbert, Alex, Robert, Jas, Matthew.
Jericho Appreciation Society?
Yeah, I was about to say. Jericho references.
It's JASS.
Ah.
Oh.
Society sucks.
Anish. Oh, this one's talking to me in Italian.
Hey.
Luigi says, Ciao bella, parliamo italiano.
Aw,
look at that. He's a nice guy.
Logan.
He just wants to get you some pizza and probably do your plumbing. Luigi Mario, yes.
Logan, his neck is the same size as his head, so it just goes straight down.
Oh.
That's not great.
Eddie, age 35, says, Wow, you're beautiful. My name is Eddie.
You wouldn't have known that unless he told you that.
He's just introducing himself. His name's Eddie.
I would have never guessed. Oh, okay. Donnie sent me another message. Donnie was the MAGA hat guy.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That's the type she needs.
Shut up. What is it? It says your history. They messaged you, and then they messaged me again. He messaged me again on the 28th after I didn't message him back. If I understood dating websites, it would be for people. I don't know. All right, we got Mike, Mario, Manny, Victor.
Oh God, I'll be right back.
What?
I think he said he'd be right back.
Okay, we got Mario and Luigi now.
Oh, we got both brothers.
Yeah.
Tell them you need some high tops with the jet power with the rocket pack.
Oh, here you go. Russell, age 52, a white man with long hair, would like to know what crumping is.
Whoa, no, send him the link to get crumped up.
Oh my God, I gotta show you Russell. Oh God.
Yeah, please do. Oh Jesus, what are we doing? Wait, what is he? Wait, is he gray? Is that a gray beard?
Yes.
Oh man, he looked like
72.
he looked like Father Time. Like, what are we doing?
One of his pictures on his profile is a picture of Jack and Coke. Just not him, just the Jack and Coke. Oh my God, what is happening?
He's got his priorities straight. That's what we're talking about here.
This?
He's got his priorities straight. That's it.
This is a car motor. What?
He's got a picture of Jack and Coke and a car motor.
And a car motor.
He's got energy for days.
Let's see. We've got, hello, Cher. I'm Irving. It's lovely to meet a beautiful lady such as yourself.
Is his last name Johnson? Just be like, from your message, I feel a lot of magic between us.
I think that this problem if they come on like weird, I'm like, you're a fucking weirdo. If they come on and they're super polite and nice, I'm like, you're a fucking weirdo. All they say is hi, I'm like, you're a fucking weirdo. Like,
I don't think the guy that asked you what crumping was is a weirdo though.
This guy looked like Father Time, and he asked me what crumping was.
That's what I said. You should.
Do you know what crumping is?
You should at least reply back to him with "get crumped up, get crumped up, get crumped up."
All right. It says, "Hi, Cher. I'm from NYC originally, and I have relatives in Long Island. I live here in San Clemente too, 2 blocks from the pier. Love to meet up for a drink."
Whoa, he jumped right to conclusions.
Yeah.
This is Eric.
Oh.
I love the soul patch. The soul patch really makes everything pop.
He's 49 years old.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's in your demographic, sort of.
Exactly. He's not over 55.
That's a demographic. What does that mean?
Oh, over 40. That's your demographic, right?
Sean made jokes about that. How many people have I dated that are over 40?
I don't know. How many?
Yeah, how many?
How many are under 40?
It's not just Sean made jokes. You've made jokes about it too.
Exactly.
This guy asked, how would I tell my therapist I'm dating a therapist?
That's a good icebreaker.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Good.
Come on, we got to give him credit for that.
A black man named Aaron would like to know if I know how to crump.
Oh, he's calling you out. He's calling you out. He's calling you out.
Oh, this guy, Chris, age 43, said, I'll smoke pot with you. Let me know when.
Just right to the point.
Let's see Chris. Oh, look at that.
He's got a nice suit on.
Look at that. Look at that. Earth 2 thick version. No, I was going to say it's a thick version of John Alba.
Ah, yes! That's where I was going. It's exactly where I was going. I was going to call him Dollar Store John Alba, but yeah.
Don't say his name 3 times. You'll summon him.
Yeah,
that's thick John Alba. Just like Hardy on, I know where I'm going to get muted, but Hardy on Raw last night was thick Kid Rock.
Thick Kid Rock.
Hardy is.
Guy's name is Caramel Sunday.
Okay.
Caramel Sunday? I got nothing.
Most famous person he ever met was the Green Power Ranger.
Oh, that's awesome.
His all-time must-see movie is Top Gun.
Good movie.
And one of the pictures says ass graving, not grabbing. There's only one B. Ass graving or the relationship. Hey, well.
This is like moving on.
This is why my life. We got a hey beautiful. I dig your vibe.
Ooh.
We got some other people speaking in other languages that you guys said I know that I do not know.
Well, you should definitely reply back to that guy who says, he likes your vibe, but you should have been like, your message should have been better because bitch, you're killing my vibe. Bitch, you're killing my vibe.
I'm glad that you are not single because you.
He's quoting Kendrick. I fuck with that. I would date you, SV3.
I would just be quoting songs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna be mean and show this guy's picture because that's rude, but he looks like Uncle Fester.
Oh.
So,
no.
And he has like a little bolo hat on top of his head too. So,
nice. He's getting money right now. Wednesday did really well on Netflix.
hello, my future queen.
Ooh, he's confident too. Look at this guy.
Hello, my future queen. I am AJ. Nice to meet you. Please tell me about yourself.
Well, Well.
Like a queen. He's off to a good start.
Yeah, he called you a queen.
Well, he's 55 and his profile says, I'm looking for a female.
Any of them?
Ciao. Let's see. Hello, Cher. You sound amazing. Can I call you?
No, that's incorrect, Luis. Once again, you're capping in the chat. John Alba is not a dollar store John Alba. John Alba is a dollar store Andrew Zarian, and Andrew Zarian is a dollar store Chris Van Vliet. It's like evolution. It's like Charmander, Charizard. Look at that guy.
He wants to know if he can call me.
What? Why does that? But why does that guy look like the professor from Saved by the Bell, the college years, the one that Kelly hooked up with?
It kind of looks like the professor.
Kind of does.
Blue.
He looks like Professor Lasky. I think that was his name on college years.
Oh, I gotta read this one. Hello, I'm James. I'm passionate and I am an omnivore.
Omnivore.
Off to a hot start here.
I know she saw that word, and that's the reason why she wanted to read this.
I'm focused and intentional about everything I do. I am proud, but I am not. I am a craftsman in all things I set my mind to. I am grounded and even-keeled, yet I have a penchant for the abstract, and I am an incorrigible romantic. I am a meditator and, capital letters, and. I am a planner. I take care of stuff, including my woman. I am devoted and loyal to a fault. I am a gentleman always.
You should be like, dude, how you are, a planner and you take care of your woman, but you single. You must not be taking care of them very well.
Oh no. He really does look like that.
What the hell?
Oh man.
He looks like the fucking Highlander.
Yes. Got a Matthew McConaughey vibe going.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Mr. Brightside. Let's see. Mr. Brightside from Long Beach. He says his favorite place to hang out is Astoria Park. And he's Mr. Brightside and he's looking for his Mrs. Darkside, is what it says.
Oh, wow.
The light and the dark.
He's looking for his yang. He's the yang. He's looking for his yang.
Exactly. Can't get mad at him for that.
Okay. This says, my favorite quote from a movie, The Perfect Date. That's a tough one. I'd have to say May 25th because it's not too hot and not too cold. All you need is a light jacket. Miss Congeniality.
Oh. I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Good movie though. Same look.
And the blonde girl, she's the one that says that when they ask her, what would your ideal perfect date be? And she's I'd have to say, and picks it
May 25th.
Good answer.
That is a good answer.
All right, now we're gonna decide if we can like people here or not. Here we go.
All right.
We got Cordero.
We need to zoom in on Cordero. Oh, look at that! It's Robert D. Felice's brother. What?
He is an educated man. He received his BS in Materials Science and Engineering from the University of Nevada, Reno, and then his master's in Materials Science and Engineering from the University of California, San Diego. He did 5 years in the Marines. He was in the infantry. Oh my God, I may have actually known that one man.
Oh boy, look at that. We're meeting ex-lovers on Match.com.
Well, I mean, I was married, but...
Oh!
I'm just saying.
The one that got away.
If he did 5 years, he was probably in the infantry when I lived in San Clemente, when my ex-husband was in the infantry. We're going to like him. We're going to see.
There we go.
No, I don't want to introduce myself. Next profile.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
This is Brandon. He loves basketball.
See him.
College and the NBA.
Why does he have
invite him on our show?
Why does he have his 8th grade school picture as his main?
Oh, don't be mean.
I'm sorry. Every time I tell you to zoom in, it's just so I have a joke.
I'm sorry, but John Alba is a dollar store. John Alba is very funny. I won't stop laughing at that. This guy's name is John. SP3.
Uh-oh.
My mother keeps trying to call me. SP3 gets to decide if we put a like or a skip on this John.
All right, let's see. Oh, what the hell? Is he okay in that picture? Oh, look at that. This is the American version of Alex McCarthy.
I wasn't gonna say it, but that's what I was thinking.
Let's go with like. We're gonna like Alex McCarthy, absolutely. All right, we could only do one more because we're close to that hard out time.
All right, Jeremy gets to decide. Jeremy, this is Leo.
He seems nice. Look at these moves he can put you in. Oh yeah. All right, I think you have to like him. Is this snowboarding?
He's 46, by the way.
Oh no.
He's got a back tattoo. I mean,
yeah.
He has children, but he's never been married. He's a mellow guy looking to meet a cool and nice girl for a serious relationship. He is originally from Brazil, but he has been in California for a very long time.
He rolls his R's and stuff, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you should swipe right.
This is up to you, Jeremy. Make the call.
Yeah, I'm with SP3.
You tell me. You just want me to like everyone, though.
Yeah.
Oh, me, not me.
I'm trying to help you find love.
Well, this guy's name is Dax, so I'm just gonna like him automatically.
Well, yeah, like you have to now.
Yeah, that's just the rule. Okay, we can be done.
There we go.
Okay.
Want to close us up,
I'll have
Jeremy?
another free trial next week.
Different emails, absolutely.
All right, SP3, you got it. Yes, we signed you up for like plenty of fish last week, and unfortunately, we did not get you to go through those messages because you had so many people on match. At some point, we will sign you up for farmers only as well, but fortunately, I got to run a little bit quicker than usual this week. SP3, plug anything you'd like to plug.
Twitter machine, True Hill SP3. Check out the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. We did a Wrestle Kingdom 17 preview yesterday, myself and Jay News talking about all the matches, and check us out for the watch along at 3 a.m. Eastern time tonight over on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel.
There you go. Cher, you have anything you'd like to plug?
I'll be asleep at 3 a.m. Y'all have fun with Wrestle Kingdom. The same thing will still be happening when I wake up in the morning. So
true. When you wake up at 8 a.m., you can catch Okada beating.
I get up at 4. So
there you go. So you only miss an hour.
Yeah, I still like fucking watching it. But
all right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week, back at 8:30, I assume. Check out everything we have going on Fightful Overbooked. Bye, everyone. Bye.